I'm talking about.
I don't know no fucking Iyanna, man.
I left my daughters. I wanted to advertise. My daughter made me these the shot cups and things, and it's in the car, and I wanted to advertise them for her, but I'll put them on my page. Oh, my motherfucker, advertise. Everybody else that send me something, and I had it in the car, like I'm taking it in and show my baby her arts and stuff, shot glasses and everything, and y'all gonna buy some too.
See how aggressive she is? And you gonna buy some too.
Everybody gonna buy some.
And you gonna buy some too.
Not right now.
Right
now.
Watch my page because I'm gonna post her stuff. Y'all watch my page. I post her stuff. My baby made me these shot glasses and everything. And with coasters and all that stuff. And I meant to bring them in here to post them, advertise her, but I left them in the car. And I just thought about it when the music started. My little slow ass.
You know it.
Stop it. I knew something was coming from him. I knew when you said it, I was like,
always on my ass. Like, for real.
As long as you sitting at this table.
Yeah, that's what he do.
That's me.
Yeah.
That's me. I'm loud.
The wind blew my hair.
Hey y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Talking Cheap with Iyanna. How you gonna bring the cups?
It's froze.
Bring the cups.
Why it look froze?
It's not cup froze, but it's cold.
Right. It's ready. Lord have mercy. I guess I can try it out.
Drink that shit. Finish it off.
Hell no.
Let me get trying to share this
wasted off of
crazy because
whatchamacallit?
I have the page shared to my page, and then I have to do all this. Okay, so because a lot of people on like TikTok go straight to my page and not my actual personal Facebook page. So thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Toxic. You didn't hear what I said, did you? The blue mirror glasses, though, you spin it around here. I see myself.
Feeling
thank
cool.
you.
He's real smooth right now.
It's match your hair, actually.
I want to see the sleepiness in my eyes.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, he's tired. He texted me yesterday, like, I'm so tired, dog.
Stop it.
What, I'm not allowed to be tired? I'm a hard-working brother.
It's too sweet.
It is. Let me taste.
Put some vodka in it.
Ooh, I don't drink vodka. Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet.
You like it?
You need to put some liquor in there.
Okay. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm going to say that like 3 more times. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Do you have any comments? Because you not even looking at, what I'm
saying. And so the Talking Cheap with Iyanna J. I am your host, Iyanna J. And I'm here with my co-host,
Trees Marie, the one and only.
Your voice get real low when you say that. You know that, right? And then we have a special guest today. We are introducing her show. Can you say your name today, please? Iyanna.
Yes, Iyanna Jones. Hey, guys.
Okay, Iyanna, we are introducing your new podcast today. We are doing that because simple fact is it ties in with what we do a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even though, what's the name of the podcast?
Toxic Recovery.
Toxic Recovery. Okay, Toxic Recovery ties into everything in life. Okay.
That's the idea.
Okay, so it's not just for relationships, even though most of it come from there, because y'all thought that's what we talking about that today, because that's what my show is about. But it also ties into like friendships, family,
jobs.
Yes.
Jobs.
And more jobs?
Jobs. Shit, both mine.
It's okay.
Fuck them.
But it's okay. That's okay. least you know you're aware of it. Because some people don't understand that their job environment is toxic, and they take that home, and then you always upset, you always mad, and then now you mad at your partner, you going upside her head or his head, and it's really because you just got a lot of toxic energy pent up from work. Like you gotta find a way to just digress.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Then we got ties into children.
Definitely.
Out here being a consumer. It's all type of shit,
Yeah,
you know.
true.
So toxic is sometimes it's the way of life.
Sometimes it's unavoidable. Period.
Just
life. Period.
Oh, Mary had a little lamb.
Bro, you gotta chill, fam.
And that's how Mary had a little lamb. Period.
The white one.
Oh. The lamb of Mary. Look.
Don't pay me no attention. I'm in another world right now.
We see.
I want to join it. What's going on with you? Bring me into your world.
We out here. Look, it's like 95 degrees outside.
Yeah,
I got on my booty shorts.
Yes,
You ain't the only one. It's a vibe up in here. They got on. I got on the summer dress. They definitely got on the booty shorts. Definitely doing it.
I'm like, it's hot.
Inspiration.
Yes. Okay.
Hot girl summer.
Okay. So, when do your show start?
Tuesday, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
Tuesday. What time?
5 to 6.
5 to 6.
Yeah.
So it's only an hour.
Yes.
So are you starting off with just you, or
I have a guest that come on my first show.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're going to talk about surviving a narcissist.
Oh,
Let's go ahead and let's unpack that from right there.
man, listen.
First, before we go any further,
I'm coming to sit in on that.
I think we should come sit in on that
I would love
one.
that. I would love that.
Oh my God.
Thank you. I would love that.
Oh my
The more
God.
the merrier.
I never believed these type of people existed.
No. Let's
Until
start.
I had my experience.
Let's start from the
I'm like,
beginning.
what
For
the
those those people who've never dealt with a narcissistic person, what is your definition of narcissistic?
You can go first.
You said for those who never dealt with one.
No, who don't know
you're
what.
telling me to set it up for them. Oh, yeah,
Yes.
sorry. So, how I would put it in my layman terms is a narcissist is someone who like emotionally cannot care about somebody else's emotional health or mindset. They could care less about the damage that they do to you. They don't see it as that. They're always either the reason why it worked, or they're always the victim of why it didn't work at all. So it's either or, and then like depending on their personality, because they could be an introvert or a covert.
Attention craving.
They definitely they throw tantrums.
No wrong.
They do no
none.
wrong.
Nothing is
They
their fault.
messed up. They still gonna blame you.
It still turns out to be your fault. Nothing is their fault.
Baby,
There's no accountability.
always talk about themselves.
There's
even
no
when you,
accountability.
oh, you can talk to me, then the conversation switch to them, and then you just sitting there like, yeah,
I
all
dealt
about
with a
them.
male and a female.
Sounds like you've dealt with
that's
one of
crazy.
those before.
I dealt with that in family, and I deal with that in relationships. Yes, yes.
What people don't realize though, what a lot of people don't realize though, is like once you accepted it in family, you don't realize that you set that energy up to attract that in your relationship.
Yes.
So a lot of times it does go back to family trauma, because you don't realize that your mom, your auntie, your cousin, somebody been getting away with some type of narcissistic behavior that you see as normal, and then you think that's a part of life, and then when you get a lover that mimics that, you're like, I don't like this from you. Like I already got to deal with
you know
this
what I'm
shit.
saying?
I don't like that from you. So it's like really just setting those boundaries and practicing with family. So then when you're in relationships, you could just execute what you already know. Like if I told my cousin, hell no, I'm definitely gonna tell this man right here, hell no. You know what I mean? As soon as I see it, because I don't like that behavior. So it's just really
more so with family. I just won't talk to you.
And
I'm not trying
some
to
people are
figure
not
shit
like
out.
that though.
I'm
You know,
not- I don't give a
some
damn.
people
They just
in your
separate
family
you
that you
off.
try to, but then when you notice that everybody is condoning this behavior and it's getting worse,
yeah, it does. gets worse.
you gotta
Yeah.
remove yourself from that shit.
true.
Like, okay,
I'm
now
not
this
with none
is
of
just, and everybody don't see no wrong. They just condone. Okay,
What
no,
happens
that's
a lot
the
of
way
times- I was
they
just gonna
are.
say, I was just
Like,
gonna say, a lot of
no.
times they tell you that you're the one being different or difficult.
Yeah,
Because you now
be
like, I don't
am
want to deal with that.
wrong?
Yeah,
Like,
they
wait.
do.
Yeah, no,
They do. Yeah, they will.
No.
I had that situation happen. not to be putting all my business out there, but I did have a toxic situation with. I always had a toxic relationship with my mom, but I had a situation with my brother. You know, he wanted to like pop off, and it's like we're grown now. You know, we both over 21. You're popping off is not a child ranting and raving, and then we're like, okay, son, just calm down. It's like now you grown, and I kind of want to put them hands to you with the way you coming at me. You know, so I'm gonna just take my time over here, and I'm gonna just be over here.
You have to
because I can't recuperate like right away. I can't just keep coming back and letting you say whatever or do whatever.
And that'd be the only reason why you don't pop out, because they be family. Yeah. And you just be like,
that's your morals though. They didn't deserve that.
I did less. Motherfuckers, I did less to me, and I had to, you know, put them. But because you family, right. I'm giving you pass after fucking pass.
A sister. Maybe she watched this because I know people be watching.
A lot of people
but I haven't spoke to her in like since my mom passed away, probably a little after that.
Okay.
So that's 2.5 years or something.
Sorry for your loss.
Thank you. And my thing is, like, they would come at you bogus.
Yeah.
Oh, they want to fight. But I'm looking like, I'm your sister. What the, like, can't you do that? Because if I beat you up bad,
yeah,
and then
everybody
like, oh, that's y'all sisters. And
you
this
wrong.
And that. So I'm like,
you older.
I just want to talk to you.
If you don't.
You should have just walked away.
Like, I can't do it.
You damned if you do, if you damned if you don't. For real.
Because my mama didn't raise me like that. You don't fight each other.
Like, who hurt you for real?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm going
that shit
now.
I see that.
Aren't we all?
We are. It's life. That's why I'm like, you good, because that's exactly what they say. That's exactly what I got. Yeah. And we were, when my brother was acting up, we were on the whole trip. We was not back at home in Milwaukee. We was like, we got an Airbnb together and a rental car together. Out. You tripping right now. Like, hold on now. So that ended with me happily giving him his portion and him happily removing himself in the middle of the trip. Go figure it out. Because I have to set boundaries. And there's nothing wrong with that.
All right. So with the toxicness in a relationship, recovering from toxicness, it's hard to recover from toxicness with family members because most likely you got to run into them, see them, and shit.
No, you don't.
Like that. I try not to. But everybody get attitude.
She said, Nita, real quick.
She
said, Nita.
Look, everybody get attitude with me because I don't want toxicness in my space.
But you know what? Give them time to understand you, though.
But with relationships, recovering from this, it's very, very hard.
It takes time.
It does.
And
take
work.
time.
Hard work too.
Yeah.
Hard work. Because it takes a lot of reflection, coming to understanding where you could have learned something. Not taking a loss, but just learning. I call it learning lessons. The L. Taking the L.
I feel like in relationships, I never put the blame on one person. Yeah. Hey Josh. I always say,
she said, "Shoot,
yo, toxic web in this whole." Hey, Webby. I never put the blame on just one person in the relationship. I believe I was toxic as hell too in a relationship, even though the shit I did in one relationship I didn't do in another. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because some people will bring different kind of toxic out of you.
That's true.
Like, in this past relationship, I always talk about, like, 13 years was bad. I was smoking cigarettes, smelled like a fucking ashtray.
So you was just stressed.
I was fatted out of shape.
It does that.
Sloppy. Didn't care how I went into public.
You're not motivated. You sound like you was depressed, though. It sound like you was stressed and depressed.
Shit, it was horrible.
You better not have been out here in public with a bottle.
Man, look.
With
and I hate that now. Though. I agree with Monique about the bonding situation.
It's going around on Twitter and IG.
But I was one of them girls.
In the airport.
I was one of them girls that will get up out of my bed, wash my face, brush my teeth, and go and still have on my pajamas.
Yeah, I ain't never.
You
did
said
that.
just I'm going
fat
out.
And sloppy, just fat. I was.
You know what though? What I realized though, like being in that toxicity like that, it takes up so much of your energy mentally.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to that physical energy, you don't really have it. So you know, like in that moment, I just feel like give yourself grace, because girl, at least you're out of it now.
Look. It will take a toll, but it took a lot. Like me and him was talking about it earlier before y'all got here. I'm over that person, but because 13 years of bullshit, not just with him and his family. I'm still kind of recovering.
Yeah.
Even though it's been like 5 years, I'm still recovering. Because I was sitting driving today from Chicago, like,
remembering
I
shit.
was so stupid to be in that shit. Like,
but don't you feel
like I was like,
you wasting too much of good energy? You said 5 years. You wasting your good energy on the past. Like, you gonna have to let it go.
But that's the problem with it. Like,
depending
on what it is, it's stuck in you. Like,
let me tell you,
it was bad.
So let me tell you the realization I had driving. And I do a lot of realizations in Ubers, but I had a realization in the Uber the other day, and it was like, I'm not gonna call myself stupid for doing what I was supposed to do and playing my role. I gave you grace the way God gave me grace. I was there for you. I believed you. I heard what you said. I love you. I gave my commitment to you. So I tried my best to figure it out to stay here as long as I could. So I did my best in that situation. And I'm not stupid for doing what I was supposed to do, because had you been the person that returned it equally, we would be successful right now. We wouldn't be broken up. So you got to come to peace in terms with you did all you could, like, for somebody in the situation that you was in, and they didn't deserve it overall, but you're not stupid for that. That just shows your loyalty. That shows your level of trust, your level of commitment. That shows how good you are of a person. You know what I mean? Not necessarily that you're stupid, because you did your part.
Shit, now
if he would have did his, though, it would have been a different story. You know what I mean?
wish a motherfucker would.
Well, them boundaries different now. The boundaries different now.
The boundaries different. The red flags, I be seeing them. The color of my hair, I see them in the beginning. No, sir.
True that.
You fucking up.
True that.
I won't talk to you no more.
It got to be like that, though.
You know,
it has to be like that.
Look. The standards high.
Come on, high standards.
I'm not tolerating shit. Walking away.
Why do you got them damn glasses on? Distracting me.
How you gonna deal with your sister?
I don't.
She don't.
She walks away from everything.
I don't. I got an older brother too. Haven't spoken to same all the time.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I look up to that because I commend that totally. Like,
it doesn't mean I don't love them.
Right.
It means you love them enough to keep their ass over there.
Yeah.
Yes. And you gonna always love. You
like
gonna always love your family, but it's I can love you from over there.
Yeah.
Stay over there.
Yeah.
Don't come over here with that, because I'm in my zone.
Yes.
I'm putting them back on for that.
You know, but stay over there with that bullshit. You know, I'm a happy, energetic person, and when somebody come through and be like, you be like, oh fuck, you gotta deal with this
True.
shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much. But we're gonna go. What?
Nothing.
I see my topic really ruffle some feathers. I see it's gonna be a good topic on that.
While we here, shout out to Ruffles Feathers for their their grand opening today.
Is that a real thing?
That's
Wait,
they have their own spot that they're doing all their businesses from. So pop up. Yep.
Okay. Really?
Yeah. That's
cool.
Going on
Another
today.
podcast.
It's going on right now.
I didn't get an invite.
Because you were recording during the event. So
God, Miss Logan. Wait a minute.
First of all, she
tags me in everything.
And you've been tagged in this too. So yes, you have.
Facebook been tripping with the notifications.
Yeah,
They had. They gave me all the wrong notifications.
She also put it in the Milwaukee
They give me all
group.
the wrong ones.
Like,
yeah,
They
you
tell me
gotta
somebody
actually
uploaded
know
something,
status.
and then I gotta go check my own
You were
pictures and
tagged.
see my actual comments and
It's
likes
okay.
and stuff.
Oh,
Like,
business. So she doing her podcast from her place today.
No. They're actually doing the grand opening with pop-up shops and raise resource and
That's
stuff
really
is going on. It's a nice
Okay.
little event going on right now.
That's nice.
I'm gonna swing by when we done here.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna go too then. I'm gonna go for a little while before I go to my event later.
Man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so have you recovered from a toxic relationship? If so, how many? Okay, so how long Okay, let's go here. Let's stop
I'm
one
in
question at a
recovery.
time. You're in recovery from a
Yes.
toxic relationship.
Well, from a lot of them.
From a lot of.
Yeah, I don't think recovery ends. I think it's just your journey. I think that's what it is. I think it's part of the journey because, like, I feel like I have levels. Like, I need to load. I'm not saying that I was the most untoxic person out there. I'm just saying that I didn't like a lot of the toxicity that was coming my way. So I had to do a lot of changing on me, like what I would allow, what I would do, what I would put out there, how I want people to receive me, all that kind of stuff, and get intentional about what I do, like the relationships I build, who around me, and all of that is like something I still work on because at any given time I could default and go back to who I used to was, and that could come right on back up, and then I got to start again. So I just feel like I'm always loading. I'm not gonna ever say that I'm perfect.
Do you feel like, because me, when it comes to me dating and meeting new people, I don't want to be the person I used to be. And I don't want to go back into that. You know what I'm saying? So I try to not, like, my anger is horrible.
Right.
And I do not want to go back into that because I know how that can be. I'm a work in progress. And I just feel like I don't want to go back into that dark place.
Yeah.
And some people will try to bring that out of you because they poke at it. How do you keep
once you get to that point, you should cut it off then. Because why would you're going to repeat the cycle.
Yep.
Don't do it.
Right.
So now you know your own, you know your own red flag. So it's like, when it pop up, like, no, this is not the person I should be talking to.
That's true. That's so true. That's why I'm single still.
Me too.
I be cutting a lot of motherfuckers off.
She went straight to the relationships. That's why I'm single still.
No, because some people like, okay, I don't know, like, I meet some people, like, some of them they come in lying.
That's true.
You know, like, tell me the truth so I know how to deal with you. You know what I'm saying?
It's never that easy.
You know.
I don't think nobody tell.
Yeah, because I don't even think
the truth when they first meet somebody.
Yeah, no.
I do.
No. What
I could be as transparent as possible, but you ain't put me in specific situations.
I disagree, Webby. I don't agree with that.
What Webby say?
You gotta reminisce. No, because then that's gonna bring up
on the bad
old stuff. Why? If you having a good time, if you moving forward in your life, why you reminiscing about some negative shit?
I think with the reminisce, if you learning something from it.
You should have been did that already.
Not been because it come in different. It come in different times.
Sometimes it just pop up.
Yeah,
no, I don't like it.
Sometimes like I be dry.
If I start thinking about some negative shit, I start thinking about some. I don't want to think about it. Don't give two fucks about it. No, it took a minute.
Yeah,
but I feel right now I'm 36.
Yeah,
and if I'm in a relationship, why I'm gonna think about some shit that happened 10 years ago, where I'm not with the same person. It could be something similar to what happened in the past, but you're dealing with somebody different.
Yeah.
So you have to move differently with that person.
Hey, Crystal.
I'd say, like, okay, so with me, it's like, if you notice like a pattern, like if this person, like, okay, for me, I used to say like all my relationships felt like the same gift with different wrapping paper. There's a reason why I'm getting to the core of all these problems or these relationships, and I get to the same problem. And it's something that I could sit back and, I guess, use the wrong word, reminisce, or think about the patterns that I see in me or the things that I let lead this to happen constantly in different new relationships. Or I could, ignore them and then keep having the same problem. So a lot of times the reflection or the reminiscing is just to make sure that you are up to date with yourself, holding your own accountability to get a new outcome, because doing the same thing, expecting a different outcome, is insanity. So it's like you can refresh with a new relationship all you want. That's fine. But if you don't change or you don't show up to that relationship new, like ready to be different, like completely, like from, I noticed,
but
like,
you should,
with her anger issues.
With
her anger issues, it could be like, I could either let it be the person I'm talking to controls what I got going on so they can make me mad, or I could be like, I know my anger, so I'm only going to let my anger come out when she deserves to. My anger is a queen because I know how to use her. So I'm going to use her when I feel like it. And that's her way of always diffusing the situation from now on. But that's a personal decision.
I'm the type of person now, like, with that being said, I'm not going to argue with no freaking body. Right. I'm not.
But see, that's a personal choice you got to make.
Because the simple fact is, if we can talk about it,
yeah,
and we can discuss it, but we get our argument turns into.
But a lot of people don't know the difference between a argument, a conversation, discussion, whatever, and then disagreeing. They think it all ties into one.
It's a difference.
So I say with that, because it could be the right person for you, right?
Don't know
you probably got to have a conversation with your man, like, you know what? It's a difference. They may not know.
It's a difference.
Then once you have that conversation about explaining what's this and that and third, and then I go from there.
Because the argument turned into some stuff that don't need to be turned in. Nobody listening. Everybody want to try to get their point across.
Everybody love to
and
argue.
Then next thing you know, you call each other out your names.
Like,
and then next thing you know,
fun. Yeah.
That's when the anger come out. Because you can only, I don't know, my anger is attached to my hands. And I'm gonna be honest.
Wait, what?
You say the wrong
Lord
shit. That's why I don't like to argue with people. That's why I used to fight all the time. You say the wrong shit to me to trigger some shit, and these just go every which way. That's why I don't argue with nobody. I can't. Look.
So, do you find new ways to express your anger?
Yes, I ain't had a brawl or an argument with a motherfucker in probably like over a year or so, because it's different ways to go about things.
Yeah.
Like, we gonna talk. Ain't no, we're gonna talk. Now you can come back and talk to me when you calm the fuck down, and I will come back and talk to you when I calm down. Because right now, we're not seeing eye to eye, and this ain't gonna go right. But yeah, you got to do that, because I know where my shit gonna go, and that's where, and I'm fucked up on that end. I'm gonna be honest.
At least you know yourself. This is how you set your boundaries. Being real with who you are,
and
so you know what you bring to the table.
I tell people in the beginning, I say I do not want to argue. I always say that I do not want to argue with nobody. I never say why I don't want to argue with nobody. I just say I do not want to argue with nobody, because I know where that is going to lead. We're gonna have a disagreement. We're gonna have a discussion.
How does discussions and disagreements lead to arguments for you? Is it like a disrespectful thing?
Yeah.
Or is it like
it's a disrespect? First of all.
Oh, wait. Or was it like when you frustrated? Like, I'm trying to tell you this and they're not comprehending what you're saying. He said he didn't want you to see his sleepy eyes. He said nothing about the camera picking him up snoring.
Look.
It's hilarious. What?
Look, so it's the loudness of your tone for me.
Oh, so you listen to tones and the volume.
Yes. First of all, if I'm not talking to you screaming, don't try to talk over me screaming. You know what I'm saying? Don't try. And then now both of us are. Both of us trying to talk. We're not listening to each other, because now we're screaming over each other. Then here comes the disrespect. Now we trying to one up each other in this argument.
It's true.
That was the reason for arguing. I want to win.
You want to win with this.
I want to win.
You're trying to one up each other in the argument.
Wrong,
so
right.
You're really not now. Yeah. Now we get into the low blows and
definitely be some low blows.
Hurt each other feelings.
Yeah.
All niggas.
Like,
now
you bummed.
Now it's physical.
Stuff,
you ain't had nothing when I met you. Stanky breath bath.
Right. Talking about your mama. You not told her personal stuff. You talking about your mama. She was on crack.
And this is why men do not open up to women. Because y'all will use it on that one heated argument.
Don't say that. Don't say that, because I was in a relationship where I promise you this guy would bring up, and this was when I was with a guy.
Tell a man another personal deep dark secret about me ever again.
They bring it up on you. How many hoes I've been telling the truth about shit? I now I'm a hoe.
That's our go-to word. You can't take that.
You a hoe. You
can't take that serious.
That's our. If I was funky, why you ain't letting me know I was?
You can't take the hoe serious. That's our go-to phrase.
Don't call me no funky bitch.
Yes, I can take the hoe serious.
Just like y'all call us little dick, knowing damn well.
This is why I take it
all of us ain't.
Call you a little dick.
No, if it don't apply,
they be angry. I've heard it.
I don't know what he's talking about. I don't. My insults match. They real. That's why they hit hard. They match.
Y'all do the same thing. I ain't never heard it, but I know it.
I just walk
around. Like, come on now.
Your mama funky.
But you're not funky though, fam.
I've I've been called a funky bitch.
You might be a light skinned bitch. That seemed to cut. That cuts deeper on you.
I've been called a bum ass hoe, a crackhead, funky, nasty bitch.
Okay.
If you a crackhead,
crazy
if you a
bitch.
crackhead, you doing it wrong because you too
Somebody
thick to be a
called me
crackhead.
Precious.
You said
one
you doing
time.
it wrong.
You doing it
I've been
wrong.
called Precious. I've been called Precious more than once. That's not a.
Shit, a motherfucker hit below the belt real bad. and you
Y'all
be
do
like,
too. Y'all cutthroat.
I know how to be cut.
No, I remember I told this dude, I said I would go bust out your car windows, but I forgot you ain't got no car. Let me get that bus pass so I can cut it up, bitch.
See, and that's rude.
That
and see,
ending part.
that
That
hurt.
ending part was like, oh shit.
See, first of all, it cut, but you took the knife and turned it sideways.
Shut
Hey, let
by
me get that
threatening to
bus
cut his
pass.
bus
Like
pass.
that, bitch.
Because I had bought the bus pass. I cut that motherfucker up.
Not
See,
you bought the
I
bus
did.
pass.
Bum.
You did you love him? Did you love him?
No.
Oh shit.
We ain't even make it to the love stage yet.
We didn't
What
even
was
make
y'all-
it to the
what was
did you
y'all
buy
fighting
bus
about?
passes already?
He needed to get to work.
You sweet.
But what was y'all fighting about? Because y'all cut
That was
deep and the
stupid.
fight don't be
I
that
was going to
serious.
say it was something petty.
Like the fight don't even need to be to that
My
escalate.
thing is, if the
petty.
fight don't need to escalate that far, you don't even have to start the fight in the
Yeah,
first
I
place. Because
used
a
to
lot
be-
of times it be simple communication, simple responses, or
Sometimes it be defenses.
no, it'll defeat the whole argument. And you
I'm not
guys
disagreeing
just,
with you.
y'all just
I was young. I
That-
wasn't on no medication. You know,
come on, I wasn't on no medication.
No, she really needs to be on medication. She's special
I
like
am
that.
on medication.
I
now.
just said, come on, I was gassing her for knowing herself. I wasn't saying
No.
anything sarcastic. I
No,
knew what I
yeah,
was
so-
saying.
I'm saying something sarcastic.
Oh,
That heifer needs all the mud she can get.
At least she know herself. That's all I'm saying.
Tree's
I'm gonna
ass
pray
funny
for
as
you.
a bitch.
She
She
funny
said
as
she
hell.
gonna cut up the bus.
They
I
called him a
would have
bitch
cut it
after.
up. I would have cut it up.
Called him a
if we
bum bitch
was in
after.
person, because this was over
Is he the one that
phone.
called you a funky bitch?
No, he ain't called me no fuck you.
But what made you threaten his bus pass though? That's-
She couldn't
Because
fuck
he
up the car.
wasn't listening.
She said because he couldn't fuck up the car.
he wasn't listening.
I had
I'm
sugar
just-
put
that's
I'm
how,
just
that's,
saying.
That's how pissed
I'm
off
just
I was.
saying, you cutting my bus pass, you still dropping me off at work, heifer.
No,
Like,
I didn't let out the
Well,
air
come
of
on.
somebody's tires before. Where the fuck you think you going? Nowhere.
Now I had hit somebody
So,
with my car.
and see, this the thing.
This
If
is all
you got
toxic
the air
behavior.
out.
You
they
know
think
that do some jail time for that,
This is
right? You can do some jail. You can do some real jail time for that, fam.
shit.
You need to
You
stop.
hit him like in person, like hit the human thing.
Jump the motherfucking curb.
I always wanted to do that.
You felt it. You felt the urge to do it. Just never
But see,
did.
y'all got that
I didn't
person
have a
though.
reason to.
I'm proud
do
of
that.
you. Your growth is real.
Look,
You gonna-
my growth
round of
is
applause for
real,
your
like-
growth because
My growth is
she
really
said she don't
real.
even
Don't
argue with
press
people
that button.
anymore.
I don't argue
I
with
gave her an
nobody.
applause.
Oh,
See, look at
I
you,
don't
so
argue with
defensive.
nobody, for
Sorry.
real. Like I don't argue with nobody unless you want these heads. I'm
I
gonna suggest
try
you
not
not to poke me in that direction because
feel
I
you.
already know. But yeah, I don't argue with nobody. In
Yeah, don't
my
poke the bear.
relationships, if I decide to get in something with somebody, I let them know off top. I'm not gonna argue with you.
Yeah.
I'm
that
not.
doesn't mean that they not gonna want to argue.
That's not my problem because once you start arguing with me, you gonna be
Boundaries, red flags, time to go.
Boundaries, red flags. It's time to go because now you trying to poke me.
Period.
That's just what it is. You can't keep poking. Okay, I can, Lord, I can come so
See,
far.
I do 3 strikes, you're out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just about to ask about the level of understanding. I'm like, do you
3
extend
strikes.
understanding to
And I
some
tell
things?
people that
Like,
you got 3 strikes.
yeah.
Like
Sometimes-
somebody working on number 2, and I know they watching.
No, my thing, I will.
You working on number 2? Somebody?
right
Working
now?
on
I'm
number-
at 1.
It ain't.
Is
It
one of
ain't.
these dates that
It
you
ain't
had
me. We
that-
like 8 strikes in already, so I ain't worried about her.
I'm like
Me and
1.
you.
Oh, y'all.
You
too?
don't count. Shut up.
Oh, never mind. Then I keep my strikes to myself.
Keep your stripes.
You know what? I will.
If I'm
throat
just
chop
talking
you.
to you, you at 1. Once something rubs me the wrong way, I'll stop talking to you.
What's the-
Mm.
It's like baseball.
what's the right
But
way
do
to-
you give it understanding? Like, do you be like, okay, I
It's
get
3
that
strikes.
you didn't know to ask me the right way, or you didn't know to come at me differently, so I give you understanding. Okay.
So you get
So what's the right way to rub you?
Huh?
What's the right
rub
way?
her booty.
Being a
You got to get to that. You can't just go out here and just start
I'm
rubbing
just
on her
playing.
booty.
I'm playing
You got to
around.
figure out. You got to work your way to that. But no, like, what's the right
Maybe you
way?
do gotta
I
work
don't
your
know.
way.
Because
Like,
we're trying to recover from toxicness here. So
some things, like people that I'm just literally dating, like some people, like some things, like he like some men to be
You
okay,
just don't know what you.
business savvy and stuff like that. But a nigga that ain't funny, like I ain't laughed one time since I've been talking to you.
Maybe y'all got two different types of humor.
No, ain't no.
Because I say
can
some
be real.
wild
I
shit that a
need
lot of
some
people ain't
humor
gonna laugh
in my
at.
life. I'm not the only one that's fit to be
Yeah,
cracking.
I joke around. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel you on that.
Maybe
I'm trying to twerk on you while you standing there like.
don't ever do that again.
Why she did a demonstration? She did a demonstration.
If that is how you twerk, fam, there is a reason why you
I
single.
don't twerk. That's why
She
I don't
said
twerk.
if that's how you twerk, it's a reason why you
That's why
single.
I don't
There's a
twerk.
reason why you single.
Oh, I'm a twerker.
I don't know how.
I'm so
Nope.
I'm so sick of your shit.
I'm a twerker.
I don't twerk shit unless
She
I'm on
twerks.
that dick. No, just playing. I'm bullshitting.
No, she not. She dead ass.
Oh shit!
The real or the plastic?
That's why
Edibles,
your ass
Lord have
always-
mercy.
She said it's the edibles.
That's why you always get in trouble. They go,
She
don't
dead
mind me. I just be hearing myself talk.
She dead ass serious, people.
She meant that. She meant that. It came from the bottom of her heart. She meant
She's-
that.
I just be like to hear myself talk. Dog, you
I
your
know.
ass.
She used to be over here real as hell in this corner.
Hell yeah.
Speaking
Yeah,
truth.
nah. When I post the video time out, so I don't even take myself serious.
Like this moment right here. Bro, why would you say that?
Knowing she gonna get in trouble for the shit she
Somebody
say.
already on strike 2. She working on strike 2 herself. Shit, that's from this one interview alone.
Like that
She-
dude gonna get his strike back because
I don't even think it's a dude though, because if you followed last week, right? Because I'm nosy.
I already know who she. I know who
I
her
was trying to
is.
follow the
I'm not even talking
date.
about her.
No,
Why
no,
you
what
all
she
in my
getting ready to go to.
business?
It's like I know who
okay,
her
you wanna talk
is,
about her. Okay.
but I know you're not talking about her. I'm talking about her. Talking about her.
I was talking
Oh,
about her.
oh no.
So,
Yeah.
okay, let's speak on
Nah.
her situation. Okay.
Her.
Toxic situations. Do you think the toxic levels
Do they vary based on sex?
do they vary based on sex?
Like
That's
gender? Okay.
Yeah.
I know.
Like,
you know what?
is
No.
it different with
No,
the
me.
man
No.
than a woman?
No.
I think for some of
Two
y'all it
women,
is.
I think y'all that's just too much.
Hell no.
Ooh,
Nope. Sometimes you gotta
'cause
slap
we
a
some
bitch.
emotional creatures.
I can't say
No.
that because I
I'm
didn't
quiet.
see some
Right.
emotional
That's what I'm looking
dudes.
at you.
I didn't see some emotional dudes like some women up. I didn't see them like slamming car doors and breaking windows, breaking in
Man, I
houses.
done got my phone broke.
Yeah, phone broke. Like I didn't see dudes that
my
act like
flat irons broke. What my
What?
flat irons do to you?
I had
Nothing,
to do-
sir.
I had a dude that
Cause he
told
don't
me-
want you out here getting sexy for these other
I had
men.
a dude that told me
is
he
that
would
real?
take-
What the
He
hell?
would take
I
every
believe it.
left shoe I had.
Petty. Petty as hell. No.
I had somebody not take the microwave, but the microwave stand. Should just took not a
I
microwave
had
on the
somebody put sugar in my tank.
plate. And these are
Wait, you
all
gay?
men. I'm talking about
Men,
that niggas.
yes.
Men.
Hell.
Men.
yes.
Were these men raised by their mamas?
Shit,
It don't matter. You said men or women.
No,
Like, why would
men
you
that
take
are
the
more in touch with
microwave
their feminine
stand?
side, they tend to be
See, but
more pettier.
What's more important, the microwave or the stand?
The stand.
The nigga took the
Hold on,
stand.
what you said? You said.
a microwave on the
It's
counter.
it's the inconvenience that you have to go
Took the
through to
stand.
use your
So
microwave.
you said you
It's the
said
epic-
Like, where
It's like saying I don't want to steal your microwave, but I'll take the plate out of it. Just as a reminder that you got me fucked up.
Man.
That's the pettiness level.
that's so petty.
That's
petty.
the whole
I
purpose
had
of it
somebody
is.
take
But you're
my
saying
TV.
only men raised by women be doing that. Is what you're saying.
No, these
Oh.
men.
He said
are
in touch with their
emotional
feminine
too.
side.
Because they learn
These
Most
men,
men-
man.
a heavy masculine man just leave shits alone and move around and bitch about it.
She
Feminine,
said who?
femininely trained men, they like to get to the extreme of their petty.
Is that how you really feel about it?
That's how I've seen it. I've
Um,
witnessed it. I synced it.
So what was your excuse?
For me, I'm not a super petty person.
You were.
No, I wasn't.
You growing up now, but you were.
I wasn't petty back then. I was overly confident and cocky. That was my issue.
You was overly cocky and
You
Overly
still
confident and
now,
cocky.
if we
You
gonna-
not,
yeah,
I'm about to
you-
say used to.
you still
What
cocky now.
what am I cocky about?
You cocky about
Every-
Just right now. Look at your demeanor
What are you
right
talking
now.
about?
That's cocky.
You very
How is this cocky,
Them
fam?
damn glasses that you got.
I got
on
these
your face.
glasses on because I fell asleep over here like 3 times, and I didn't want you to see me with my eyes closed.
Shit, my eyes are almost closed right now.
That's because you hide in the cost of living. in New Jersey.
All I'm saying is toxicness. We always
It's
get
what?
off the subject.
Because
See, it takes you so many different
It
places.
still goes in the,
we somehow double
within
back.
it.
Double back what?
So were you
To
the
toxic.
narcissist in your relationship?
I've never
I
been a
be the
narcissist.
toxic
With that
one.
over cocky, confident attitude.
Capital T.
When I was younger, yes. I will be the first one to openly admit that. I walked in the room. I demanded everybody to acknowledge me.
Nobody want to
Now-
look at you.
You'd be surprised. But as I got older,
joking.
Wait. So you was the attention seeker narcissist.
Grab.
yeah, in public, yes, because I wasn't getting attention at all at home. Like my family was like, "This is what you're supposed to do," so I'm not going to praise you for it. So I would go out and I would get it out in public, which eventually caused me to be that cocky dude. Especially if it was something I knew I was good at, I had no problem with
You said
shining.
not getting attention as a kid or
as a kid.
Oh, okay.
No. When I became an adult, like first of all, because I end up, as much as we joke about my Air Force stories on my other shows, the most important thing was it broke me out that habit. Because when I joined the Air Force, I'm on a squad of 50.
Right.
We all dress the same. We all required to
And
do the
y'all
same
gonna
thing,
look the
and
same.
we all gonna look the same. So how do I
Some of
stand
y'all
out?
fine than a motherfucker. Just listen.
I know we
love
are.
Military.
Shit. Let's put our suit on. Shit, you can't tell us nothing.
It's the
Can't
suit.
tell
I
us
love a
nothing.
uniform.
She said it's just the suit.
But-
It's just the suit.
But like that got me out of my way.
Air
So when I
Force
came
women
home
look
to
good.
visit for the very first time, and I end up going into places that I used to be at a lot when I was a high schooler, and I would see the generation, and I would see how they would act. I would immediately go to whoever the adult that's in charge that I know. It's like I need to apologize for the way I was, and they come to me. It's like the way you were, bro. You ain't nothing like the way they were. I'm like, shit. How bad was I? So like I had to grow out of that.
I'm glad you know yourself. Kudos to you too.
Shit, I'm 40-some years old. I better know my damn self at this
That
age.
don't mean
I praise
nothing.
my-
That
No.
age
The
stuff-
reason why I say that is
Some
because
people up in their
No,
age
it
still
don't.
trying
Some
to find
people
themselves
don't.
Come on now.
But
They not
this is-
really. They not real with themselves.
No,
But this is
they
why-
still
but this is
back
why
in
I'm
the
saying
day.
that, though.
Denial shit
No.
is real.
But this is why I'm saying that. Not only am I somebody in my 40s, I have 2 daughters.
Okay.
So by natural design, I am the representation of what a male will be to them.
Right.
So why would I want all my toxic behaviors to be what they deemed as acceptable?
You see, the question for me wouldn't be like, why would you want that? My whole thing that I would question is, are you aware that you even have it?
Of
Because
course.
a lot of older people that are not aware of them having those toxic behaviors just pass it on like the problem is with everyone else and
I
not
like
with
her.
their children at all.
I took that
And not with their
picture on her
children at
profile.
all.
Well, tell her to call me then.
Call you.
'Cause
No,
you got
can
the
leave
number.
My boo alone.
Look, fam, you
That's
mess.
my best
You got
friend.
one of my boos, so we gonna
That's
swap.
my best
You better
friend.
go
Nobody
kick rocks.
talks to my best friend.
Nobody
I can talk to your best
her.
friend. then.
No, you can't.
You would not.
She occupied right now.
We could just be friends, fam.
She got enough friends.
You
No,
gotta
she
calm down. You need to calm down. You gotta calm down. Somebody tell him, calm down.
Hey, Mel.
I'm not
They
like
talk
that.
about you on
I'm
the
not
show.
like that
Just
for
let
real.
you know.
I'm not like that. For real. I'm a whole character when the mics come on.
Yeah.
I see that.
Mm-hmm. You
But-
go. Oh, wait.
Get the
wait
shades
till
and
your
everything.
show
I
start,
see
honey.
that.
I'm gonna behave. I'm not.
When
I'm-
do you ever?
I was about to ask that myself, and I'm newly like meeting you.
You don't
So it's
behave.
like when
I
You don't
behave.
behave.
Y'all don't see
I don't
me.
think he
First
know
of-
that like the
y'all
way
do not
too.
see me outside of this
It don't matter.
white table.
So you trying to say you a different person outside of what you talk about here?
Yeah,
Why?
Why?
because
Because you
here
don't do that on my show. Don't be fake.
I knew she was gonna call it fake.
First and
I knew it was
foremost,
coming. I knew
first
she
and
was gonna
foremost,
call
hold
it
on, wait a minute before you dip back in your chair that I paid for. Let's stop right
fake. I
there
knew she was gonna
while
call it
you
fake.
leaning back in my shit. First of all, I'm not fake. What I mean is I'm more expressive here because I know that this is a message that can get to somebody that can help change them. Whereas in my own personal life, I'm more reserved and self-reflective. So a lot of times I will speak and say shit and just be so outgoing here, but when I'm in my own world, I'm introverted.
Why?
I'm a social loner.
I understand that.
I
I'm the
get it
same
because
way.
I'm an introvert too, but I still talk.
What is an introvert?
A person who likes to be more by themselves.
Yourself alone.
And so nowadays, everybody a motherfucking introvert.
No, they using that as an
So
excuse.
have to be,
I'm
though.
like,
No,
I think
they
everybody's
using that as an
turning.
excuse. to not hang out with people.
Yeah.
I think everybody turning. Well,
I've
I think
always
there's
been
a
a loner.
majority of people like coming out as introverts because of after COVID, and then
It's the social
how it
norm.
seems like the
Oh, yeah.
social
It's
order
like
right
it's
now.
a social
like,
because you have to
always
remember
been one.
when you have a
Since a
bunch of
kid.
outgoing people who are now being forced to stay
Yeah,
within their
huh.
little box,
Yeah.
they don't know how to handle it. So now the introverts are stepping up and saying, "Look, this is how I've been living with my
Period.
life."
The
So
whole time.
either they're saying, "Look, I've been living this life," or "This is how you can live in this moment." So that's why you're starting to hear more about introverts. As I got older, I went from being the outgoing person to turning into, you know what, I'm pretty cool just being at my damn house by myself. That's what I'm talking about. When I
always
come
been a
here,
homebody, though.
I bring out my full-blown personality. Like you'll see everything about me, good, bad, ugly. Because on this mic, my behaviors or how I am might help somebody with whatever the situation is in that topic. Except for on the Death Fresh show. I just wild out over there because that's what we do. But that's just
Shameful.
it's like an actor. Denzel Washington can play millions of different roles. Doesn't mean that any of the characters he's ever played is how he is exactly at home.
Not the same.
I was just gonna say that's not the same. He an
Not the same.
actor.
But that's how this is
He
a
gets paid
show.
for that role.
So basically, you're
I
saying
get paid
you're
for this
an
role.
actor. I don't even like you no more.
You never liked me to begin with. What the fuck you talking about?
Well, see, we don't write up a script for you and tell you to change your name and then tell you what words to say and when and what time and then get you special lighting and tell you cut and action. That's what Denzel Washington get paid to do.
Right.
We ask you to just come up in here and do what you do best.
But who said I'm not doing what I'm doing best?
Well, why you
But
don't
is
do it
that faking?
outside?
Maybe because the people don't deserve to see that part of me.
But they
People don't
watching you
deserve it.
though.
Who you be
How
around
often
that
do you
don't
see me on
deserve to
camera?
see you?
Well, your voice, people know your damn voice.
And I
who you be
answer in
around?
regards to the conversation that we're having. Now, I'm not saying I
Who
don't
you
stand
be
behind
around
what I
that don't
said.
deserve
You
to
just
see
a
you be yourself.
weirdo. Don't.
See why you got to see
Weirdo.
people like that is who don't deserve to see me.
Dang. Well, you did say she working on what? Strike number 8.
People like that.
I don't get it.
I'm just
I don't get
look.
it.
I'm me all the way around. Look,
Right, I
I'm
don't
not
get it.
covering nothing for nobody. This is what you get.
Who said
Even
it's?
in the
But who said? But
This
who
is
say?
what you get.
But who
I'm
say
more
it's?
outspoken and I'm very
But
loving
who
and I'm
is
very
saying it's?
giving and I'm very this
You
that
gonna
this
get you
and that.
24/7.
Me 24.
But check this out.
That's how you met. Ain't this how you met me?
I met you because somebody else introduced me to
Well,
you.
I'm just
But she was
saying.
just like
Well,
that.
when
though.
I came to you, ain't this how you met me?
But let me ask you this question: was you the same person 10 years ago?
No.
Exactly. So you had to evolve into the person you are, right?
Yeah.
Now, my evolution happened to be a little bit differently because I did used to be outgoing all the time. But then I came to the realization every moment
need
doesn't
self-control.
deserve every single response and action.
Yeah.
So you have to
Self-control,
pick
I
and
get you.
choose when someone gets all of you or 65% of you. Because sometimes it's best to observe and react instead of being the person who makes the first move on
It's
everything.
the face for me.
That's her normal resting bitch
No,
face.
I'm
is
trying
the
to
face.
understand. I just don't
She-
get
it
it.
sounds like she's trying, but she
shady.
can't. She
I
can't.
just don't get
She
it. I'm
trying to
trying
can, but she
to
can't.
understand it.
He's
but I don't
saying
get it.
like sometimes
I
you
heard
need to
what
be
he said. It just
reserved
don't make sense to me.
for other people because.
So is it like in the
everybody
Bible, like when they
don't
say like it's a
need you.
time to it's a time and a place to do everything, like it's a time to talk, it's a time to
Yeah,
listen,
work.
it's a time
If
to,
you work in corporate,
That-
Yeah, that's fine.
that
You do know I
But-
also do work in corporate.
I do.
No,
too,
I'm more so talking
But
about
that's
if you
not-
at home or out and about chilling with your people.
Facts.
You don't have these same type of conversations.
Facts.
That's what we was talking about.
No, sometimes it's not always. Sometimes you got to think about it. Sometimes the conversations you have with your friends are about things that you've done, right? But you can't convey that same type of conversation the way you talk to your friends immediately on the show.
Yeah. That's true.
Okay. So we could talk
I'm
about,
talking about the joking and bullshit. I'm not talking.
we have
about,
everybody has a different types of way they joke.
that's true.
Yeah.
Sometimes the way my friends joke, I'm not in that
That's kinda
headspace.
toxic too,
to have that-
People be mad about something.
Right. Sometimes I'm not in the
You had
headspace.
that encounter in the bar.
Right.
I don't remember what happened.
Like
She
sometimes-
Tell me the story. I need to know what
was
happened in the
ribbing-
bar.
She was ribbing somebody and he got mad.
Right. And it's not that you and
Oh,
you-
man,
You was ribbing them like out loud, like y'all was just doing
we
a
was
ribbon
going
section.
back and forth.
and you won, and you got mad.
I guess so. I don't know. What the
Sorry,
problem.
Sorry.
So
You
you
start
can't.
whining and pouting. Some of his jokes were funny. I laughed at him. I don't get it. Like, it's time for me to go home because clearly you know.
But some people can't take that. That's the thing.
I get that.
But that's
I have a quirky sense. I have it.
But you don't understand how that cut deep though.
Some people can't take your energy.
Sometimes
it's not even that. It's your energy. Period. Like you can have a great fucking energy. Some people don't take that because they energy just off.
Or sometimes you have too much of a positive energy and they're not in the space to receive that as of yet.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I can be in a great positive space and people will take it as me being cocky. It's like, no, I'm not being cocky. I'm proud of how I got where I was. Because 1 year ago, I might have been in a completely different space. So now that I'm in this moment, I'm talking about my triumphs. I'm talking about my accomplishments and my triumphs, but you're mad because you're not in my space. You're not where you want to be in this life. So you're mad at me and consider say, oh, you just being cocky. How am I being cocky?
That's also toxicity because that's jealousy. That's not somebody being supportive or somebody being understanding. It's like a lot of times when it comes to accountability, that's jealousy.
People, I don't like that. I shouldn't have to I always post stuff like that. I shouldn't
water
have
down.
And I think that's where you're getting confused at because you're thinking I'm not being myself.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to.
And I was like, I'm not being myself. I'm just not
being more reserved.
I'm being more reserved and enjoying my.
That's okay. I used to be one too.
You shouldn't have to water down yourself just to make other
people. But who said? But I'm not doing it to make them happy. I'm doing it because it's for me.
Yeah.
So that's the way you cope with going through different situations.
Like I have my up and I have my up and down moments. Like last weekend, I had a whole depression breakdown. I don't know why I felt like, but I had a moment where I felt like I'm not loved.
You told me that.
So that doesn't.
I told you I loved you. How long ago?
No, but that don't stop the feeling from.
Yeah, that's saying with depression, it doesn't matter.
I kind of had something with like that on Wednesday, but it wasn't about love. I just felt like down and blue.
Right. It had nothing to do, and it wasn't that I did that because I can go in my phone and easily.
Has anybody ever felt like they so hurt?
Yeah.
Why?
It does.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That was the first time I experienced that.
Because that's where you carry a lot of your stuff at.
And I'm like, my body didn't feel right. It was just awkward.
Yeah, you have.
It's telling you something. You gotta listen to
like
it.
Once a year.
When you get moments like that, you gotta get in the quiet. Before. Go get in the quiet and deal with it.
I was in my room chilling.
I have minds around people, and they be so embarrassed.
Oh,
I
cried.
I would write it down in my phone.
I do have an emotion. So
I cried for like 2 hours.
Yeah,
for no reason.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
I mean, it's a reason, but
he's like,
I was just gonna say, everybody probably don't know when to cry no more because the way you process.
And what I end up doing is like after I process it, got to the moment and realized basically what it is, and I hate when people say this because everybody says it. I am an empath though. Like I actually care. She is. I know she is.
Yeah, because you care about a lot of.
You absorb and care about everybody's feelings and their emotions.
You're more intuitive than it is logical. So you go straight off of emotions and feelings. And if somebody don't come with the right energy, that's what your energy pick up. So that's why you get so defensive because you go based off of energies more so than anything.
Right.
Yes, I think you're more.
Now a lot of people will say they are empath and they really don't be.
But I really think she is.
Yeah, I know she is. That's one of the reasons why me and her click. But what ended up happening was a lot of people have been going through a lot of stuff lately, and I'm always the people who they call. Mm-hmm. So what happened was I hadn't emotionally dumped for a while. So it basically sat on me. And with it being sitting on me, now it started making me feel my issues. Making me feel about my issues. And one of my longest like generational issues is not feeling loved. So whenever I get to that point and I really have that moment, it's like, dog.
That's how your body identifies sadness. It's like I connect to not feeling loved.
Right.
It's familiar feeling of not being loved.
Yeah. Ain't that a part of depression too?
That's why I led what I said.
Depressive state.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, it is. That's literally a sign of when you're going through depression.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you feel like you can receive too much love? Or give too much?
You can definitely give. You can definitely give too much. You can give to people who don't deserve it. That's actually a toxic trait that a lot of people don't look into.
To somebody who can't pour back into you. Like
you're
feeding someone who does not feed back. It's like y'all unequally yoked.
Bring that back.
Oh,
rewind. Say that one more time.
Or you go,
Say it one
or
more
you
time.
could pour into someone who can't pour back into you.
Right.
Ding, ding, ding.
You calm down.
Honey?
I've had situations where I
Calm
felt
the
like
fuck down.
I gave too much
Yeah.
and didn't receive it.
Yeah.
But then I feel like I did that because as a kid,
Yeah.
I was showered with. I felt like that was just too much love. It was overwhelming. To like.
And see, the funny part is my girls are
It's weird
complete
to say
opposite.
that. Yeah.
One,
Can I ask a question? I have to help you unpack that. What do you mean? You feel like you received too much love?
Right.
yeah,
How do you
Because my mom was a crackhead or whatever. So like
Ooh.
my auntie and my older cousins and my grandma, like they
tried to compensate for what you're
for
losing
her,
from
and
your
then
mom.
still
Yeah.
be that other relative, especially like my grandma and my aunt. Like they
But
just.
why did your
I didn't have to ask for any. Like we go shopping.
Why
every
does your
weekend.
mind tell you that you like? Why do you process it like you received too much love?
Because it wasn't what she asked for.
No, what I'm saying,
I don't
instead of just
know.
understanding that this is the situation, like it does. It's not
like how I am as a parent.
It shouldn't
I don't
define
do
her. Is what I'm saying.
all that.
Right.
Yeah.
That I have received when I was a kid. I don't do that with my kids. I try to teach them the normal, average way of life, and then that's that. So I'm like,
so do you compare how you
you
treat your kids to how you were treated being?
Yeah,
and that's where you.
I don't shower them with gifts like that. They got to earn it.
Yeah, but that's
I didn't have to earn anything.
Okay, well,
see,
but at the same time, you earned it through your
But that's the materialistic side of it, because our parents' generation shared love with gifts no matter what, and I realized that.
That's true.
They still do it now.
It ain't life lessons in love. It's like
they feel like I bought you this, so love me.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they did that, because I sat back and I looked at my mom. My mom, whenever we would have that conversation about how I felt unloved, well, didn't I get you this and didn't I do this? I was like, no. That's not what I needed, though. I could care less that you went to work for 70 hours a week.
Yeah.
I didn't need you to be able to buy me 17 PlayStations, which she never did, but I needed you to be here in this situation. And now, as a parent, I'm not the gift buyer in my house. My kids have to earn everything.
Her situation though is like you kind of earned it.
I don't think you earned it. I felt like they didn't want you.
Somebody and they told me you too good for me. I don't deserve what you're doing. So I feel like
that's a mind.
That's a mind thing.
Mind game like a mofo.
That's a little bit A, a little bit of B.
That's a mind
no. Hold on. This is why I say that. Because you may be in a great place and that person's not there yet, they don't want to bring you down. Matter of fact, the show that was just recorded before y'all, young lady talked about how she met a guy. He was here in the city for 1 week. They vibed, they clicked. He had everything about her. She was still in her whole phase. So he was too good for her because she knew for a fact she would be a toxic ass person in this relationship. So she let him go. Like she blocked him, let him go the whole 9 yards. Now, he's like on the opposite end of that. He's like, I know mentally, emotionally, and probably financially, because with men, a good man feels like if they're financially not in a good place, they're not going to feel like a man. He didn't want you to be the person that had to carry all of this, and now he feels like less of a man. So he's not going to deal with you because he's not where he wants to be or where he feels like he needs to be to have a stable relationship with you. You can't
call BS.
Why? If I'm not,
BS, I call BS because at the end, no. Because let me.
Okay, go for it.
Complete the whole thought. I call BS because at the end of the day, there are levels to everything. If I love you, you love me. We work together, and if that's our relationship, and we're going to be doing this for the long haul, so much so that your mindset is saying, "Oh, in the long haul, I don't feel like right now in the long run, I don't feel like I'm good enough for you."
How long?
I feel like if your mindset is that,
I want a woman that's going to help build me up. So
it's like if that's your mindset, why not challenge yourself to meet that expectation?
But how long are you going to be willing to work with that person?
You never gave me the chance because you broke up with me and told me that I'm too good enough. You never even gave me the chance. You made that up in your head. You believed that reality to be so, and you never gave me the chance as your partner.
But why would I? But sometimes I might not want to risk you seeing me in my lowest point. Why would I want to
Well,
see
then
you
I
go
shouldn't be in a
through my
relationship with you
negative?
because you're not ready for me to emotionally view you transparently. Because that has
And
nothing
that's
to
why
do
he
with
said,
actually.
I can't
But it
be
doesn't have
with
nothing
you.
to do with the finances that you brought up. It has
Oh,
nothing to do with a whole
garbage.
bunch
Sometimes
of
it
other
is
stuff.
for us. Y'all don't want a broke nigga, and y'all say it loudly.
My thing is though, you can't speak for every, just like every
This is
woman
true.
can't speak for me saying that I don't want to broke whoever I'm with.
No,
'cause
if I
don't
was
say
dating a
men.
bum.
And look how you feel about
She
him.
bought a whole nother person. She bought a whole nother person that we probably not even talking about a bus pass, right? So it's
Oh,
like,
that would happen years ago.
but what I'm saying though
But
is
how-
like you don't know the levels of what people
But
will go through before
let's-
you just make up in your mind.
But
I'm
look
gonna
at
break
but
up
look
with
at
you.
her. But
That's
look
a
at the
mind
view.
game.
But look at how you view the situation. there.
Mind game.
You might be saying, okay, I'll deal with him, but there comes a point in time where you be like, okay.
Or
this
what if
person
she
is not
say,
moving.
I love you so much and your energy so much and who you are so much that I accept what you're going through and I'm not dealing with anything. I'm just simply moving through life. Like, what if God blessed your wife with the finances and then blessed you with vision? Like you can't go into it.
That's a different story
because of my
there is
expectation.
already a partnership when the marriage happened.
What I'm saying is how do you get to the marriage if every time I turn around, you're telling me, or she get a person to tell her, oh, you're too good for me to even try. I think that's a mind game.
So let me ask you this question. When he told you that, how did you react?
To me, it sounded like he wanted her to feel guilty
Oh.
or be less than or get
What
out,
happened?
get off the hook of being with her.
We ended up stop talking.
Did you stop talking because of what he said or something else?
Something else.
See? So
Mind game.
even though he
Pretty
said
much so.
It was a mind game. That's a hook and sinker. That's a whole narcissist that she was dealing with. Because I ain't got nothing to do with reality. In reality,
I
they
mean,
ain't got
I
nothing
can
to do with
feel- I
it.
can
you
see-
could justify it. There's a perception that supports that
I mean,
justification. However,
I can see it.
reality.
I can see it. Y'all, if the person who has these problems and y'all still want to deal with him, because let's back it up. At the end of the day, y'all want to have
Your mindset
the
is already
choice
made.
to choose whether or not you want to deal with this ignorant shit or not. Okay?
I don't know if it's ignorant or not because it depends on the partner. I chose.
You just said it was bullshit. So if it's bullshit, it's ignorant as hell for you to even
What
think
I
this
said was
process.
bullshit. I said that
His concept.
the line was bullshit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
His concept. So at the end of the day, you really just want the freedom to make the choice yourself if you want to deal with whatever excuse he's coming up with or not, right?
I don't know. I don't know if I like the way you asking me that question, so I'm gonna say I don't know.
What do you mean you don't like?
Because the way you building it up, it's like you already have your motive. I want to hear your point. However, the way you're asking me the question, I'm not gonna get there because I don't have clarity on what you're asking me.
What I'm basically
That shall go be off the chain.
Mhm.
y'all do know that I'm not gonna be the one engineering her show, right?
I just had to throw that in there. You see me? I'm just sitting back.
You do know I'm not the one who's gonna be engineering her show, right?
No.
So she's not gonna get this banter from me.
God damn it. I'm gonna invite you to it though.
Tommy don't banter like I
I keep
banter.
telling you to come. I keep telling you I want you on the show.
It's timing. That's why.
Yeah, I know. You told me. You told me. I like her.
As long as she ain't being all extra loud, she cool with me. When she get loud and don't want to listen is when I get tired of her. Now, you don't get loud like her.
Oh, okay.
She get loud.
You saying you get loud.
When I get in my feelings, I get
Loud.
Nothing wrong with that.
You know, I completely forgot my thought because of her.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Because you was about to say some BS anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
No, it wasn't.
Yes,
It wasn't.
I just didn't like the way you was phrasing the question because I'm like from the beginning, my mindset is not that I would be with someone who will even start with that. Like my mindset is like, okay, well, from the beginning, even if your situation is finances and you insecure about them, talk to me. Like that's my mindset. So
no, if that's the case,
the way you set up your question,
right?
But that goes back to why
he
he walking away from it.
You shouldn't got in it.
He was in it though.
Oh, see, I know he was in it.
You already in it.
So you did all that and not knowing.
She said I was with a dude. He said I'm too good for him.
I thought she said she was talking to a dude and he said I was too
and
good.
they broke up later on.
I just thought she said she was talking
For
to
some
the
complete.
Look, when I'm half asleep, fam, I have here. I told y'all I done fell asleep about 3 times over here. Okay, so I don't even know.
You ain't have to tell us the microphone picked you up.
I know.
Okay.
If it wasn't for the bookstore going on, I'd be on that couch out there, knocked the fuck out.
Oh, it is a whole pop-up bookstore.
Good. That's the only thing that stopped me from being asleep out there. I just cut my mic off a part of it.
No,
You won't
don't
hear my
cut your
snoring.
mic off.
No, when I
Let the
cut
truth be heard.
when I'm snoring, I'm
You
gonna take the
said
mic off.
a lot of toxic stuff over there, so
You know
keep the mic
what?
on.
I know.
I've been listening.
I know.
But she was like,
Hey, girl.
I
I
know
don't like
you.
the way you said
Huh?
that.
I know you.
You know me.
You.
I ain't like
You know
the way
me
you was
well.
talking.
Miss Queen Toxicity.
First of all, I'm trying
Thou
to
shalt know
change.
thyself. There you go. Thou
But
shalt
it's
know
like
thyself.
It's calling you back.
That's another toxic trait. People always bringing up what you used to be.
Mhm.
No, she said last week she back toxic.
I wasn't last week.
She said
I was
no
a different
last.
person last year. The
last-
year before,
Hello,
18
yesterday.
years ago.
No, she
Yeah,
just.
I was a different person in high school. So don't say, "Oh, she used to."
You know
No,
she.
I used to yesterday.
You know
But what am
last
I
week.
doing today?
But you
Yes.
do know last week she brung up the fact that she back toxic to the point she didn't even say, "My name is Teresa B. Reed, dropped the toxic this week."
I didn't even say it. I did not.
Did you say that?
Yes, she
No,
did.
I didn't say it today because I'm toxic. I
See,
am.
I told you. I've been paying attention to my girl over there.
I'm so
I'm-
sorry, you guys. I was
It's cool.
trying to
Okay,
do it.
so why do you call yourself toxic?
Just the
She-
situations
she
I put
do
myself
toxic
in.
shit.
Okay. At least you know yourself.
She do
But
a lot of
that
toxic
is
shit.
Because this
thing
toxic
that we
lovers
have
out here
to-
for you.
Toxic
that is a thing we have to
lover.
break, though, and that
We do.
is people still holding us to the standards that we used to be.
I think
I
that's
agree
why
with you on that.
toxicity keep coming up in family.
Yeah,
Because the family don't let you grow for
that
nothing.
they don't let you
Oh
go
my
for
God, they don't let
shit.
you grow for shit.
It's always well, she used to, she did this.
Yeah.
Look,
Hell yeah.
everybody got a fucking past.
Everybody.
I think what it is, especially with families, if they not the reason why you change your situation or they seen you change your situation, they refuse to believe you're different.
Ooh, I think that's a nice one right there.
That's really what
That's
it is.
dropping jewels right there.
Because with social media, since people only post only so much of what they want to be seen, what you're known for is what you hold on to. Prime example, I have to get on Juan a lot because whenever we're talking off camera about people, he always wants to refer back to something that happened. Like this person is known as this, or this person did that. I was like, bro, that's not the same person.
Yeah.
You can't do that. Like he would want to bring back old guests from old shows that I purposely don't have uploaded anymore to relive those moments. Like, bro, that person is not in that same headspace.
Right.
Same thing with relationships. And this is one thing that I always joke about everybody with. Everybody wants to date people they went to high school with again.
Wow.
Shit, the devil.
The
I tried to
devil
do
is
that.
a lie.
No. Hear me out.
It's weird.
No, hear me out.
Shit.
Hear me
Trying
out.
to hear him out.
Like, hear me out.
I
What I
love your
mean,
response, but I'm trying to hear him out.
what I mean is, when you were in high school, you were attracted to somebody.
You was a kid.
Hold on, let me finish. Damn it. So when you run into them when you get older,
They don't look the same.
your intentions is to want to date that person based
But the
on
high school
what
them.
you thought they were high school them. But then when you finally get that opportunity and you have that communication and you talk to them,
They ain't
this is a
that no more.
completely different person, a
ain't that no
completely different mentality.
I get that.
Even back when you hate somebody, like for an example, there was a guy I hated to death. Like, give me the opportunity to push this nigga off a bridge, I would do it twice. But when we got
No
older
COVID.
and we became an adult and we had a conversation, this is my bro now.
Yeah.
Because I realized you were going through a lot of stuff behind the scenes and your behavior was the only way you knew how to lash out. So now someone who I harbored hate for a long time is my first person I go to when I need advice now. He's
Come
one
on,
of the
full
first
circle.
people I dump on when I have my moments like that.
But that's growth.
But right.
Some people do
But-
not grow. And
But
some people
they don't
don't
grow
grow.
because they don't get the opportunity to understand, like, you're not the same. Like, I have to dump on my mom all the time.
But the people
because-
that grow, you still hold me to a standard I was in high school.
That's true. Because some people don't want to let you
still hold
grow.
me to a standard I was in this relationship. You still hold me
Facts.
to the standard
Because
I was 2 years ago. You
how
still
well
hold me
do
to
they-
the standard
But
I was last year.
how well do they know you in this moment though?
Nobody knows me in this.
And so that's why they have nothing new to base information off of. I get what you're
Tell them
saying.
watch my podcast.
Like I get it. That is your go-to answer. Of course, everybody ain't got a podcast.
Watch my podcast.
That's on TDR. But given that's all they have to go off of is the fact of what they seen you as last. So either you need to show them like, bitch, this is the new me, love it or leave it, or they're gonna always keep that same mentality of what you were 2 years ago, 4 years, 5 years. I had to get on my mom prior to before my kids was born, because my mom constantly kept trying to control my narrative as if I was a 16-year-old kid who made a mistake at UWM. First of all, I'm a 16-year-old kid on a full-blown college campus with grown-ass adults.
Right.
You can't fault me for some of the choices I made because, one, you didn't prepare me for these situations.
Unpack it, honey.
Two, I was way too advanced to be where I am.
Come on.
And three, you know my curiosity was going to go far beyond what these little four walls was going to do.
Better.
But you still want to think what I did in that one summer is how the rest of my life is going to be defined. So I had to constantly rewrite her narrative of me, whether she liked my outcome or not. I think
that shows up in a lot of toxicity that like a lot of times the pattern be like people don't want to grow past that traumatic moment y'all had or whatever it is. So
they want to be defined by
last
it.
Thing, like
they want to be defined by it.
It defines you. Like
people bring up my past, like people bring up some of that stuff around my children, and I tell them like, no, because I want my kids to go another way. Don't bring up what I've done. Well, your mama was a head. Okay, no, that's it. I don't want them to see me in that light. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them to think it's okay to be that person.
Do you just go back and have the conversation though after?
I have to.
Yeah.
Because of the fact, I did some stuff that I'm not proud of. You know, I had to survive. I had to do certain things. You know, I had to make sure that I wasn't a pushover by me being the oldest of all my siblings.
Yeah.
You know, so
a lot of times it's just conversation. I wish my mom had that same transparency. A lot of times I think like she avoided that. Like, oh, somebody told us a story that happened when she was younger. So now I was like, let me avoid it. Y'all go in the room. And then we never get a conversation from our mom that really ties it together and be like, oh, that's who I was. That ain't who I am. Like,
and just because now I'm still a little aggressive and some people know about my past, they be like, oh, you just so aggressive. Why you so? And
you know they do that to black people, black women anyway.
All right.
We just angry anyway. Like that's what they chuck it up and say.
Are you?
Nope. Not individually.
Individually.
As long as I'm in my space, I'm good. You know, I'm around the people I like.
I don't think y'all are angry. I just think y'all are expressive.
Around people I like, I'm great.
I don't think black women are no more expressive than these Karens that's out here.
No. Karens are fucking passive aggressive bitches. Okay.
But that's
first and foremost.
They express their passive aggression. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I say y'all expressive, because y'all will do it out loud. Like, look. You fucked up. I'm going to tell you fucked up. You're going to figure out a way to fix it, and then we done with it. Karen will have a whole paper trail of everybody she done told. And then when it comes back to, well, you fucked up, she going to act like, oh, well, I'm so sorry that this has happened to you. Bitch, you the reason why. That's the difference.
What's more socially acceptable?
Karen's, honestly.
Oh, okay.
But that's what I'm saying. Oh, okay. Because y'all are more expressive. But
them
now
shooters that want you to have accountability are the angry ones, because then now it takes you to be like, oh yeah, I fucked up, I hurt your feelings.
But you want to know why they look at y'all as the angry, especially in corporate America, is because you're putting them in their place in the moment. They don't have time to come up with excuses and lies and mistakes. It's like, this is the problem. How are we gonna fix it?
Like, and do it now. I'll walk over to your dad.
Right.
Hello, hi.
That I am you said. I'm gonna need you to tell me how you meant to say that. Because
I used to CC everybody.
I wrote up a couple times.
I used to CC everybody
because they can't hide. Right, they can't hide. But
I forwarded to everybody in the office, every manager, supervisor. I don't care what team. I CC everybody and be like, now I'm sorry, I just for clarity. I was just for clarity. The way you wrote me this message, I didn't receive it, and I'm gonna CC everybody so they can also see how you're communicating with me as well.
Like per this last email I sent to you,
period,
which is in our nigga. First of all, you got me fucked up with what you said. So what I'm gonna need you to do is go back to what I told your ass before.
Just like we was talking about with text messages, that should be having the tone to it. It's like
it do. It be a one-sided tone.
That's her empath too.
No, because sometimes tones can be misinterpreted. Because
during text, they definitely can. It depends on your for me, it depends on my mood. Because if I'm happy and lucky, some of the stuff it'll just smooth past me. But then if I'm upset, I have every petty little thing. I'm like, hold on, how you mean this?
Right? Because I have one friend we used to text all the time, but for some odd reason, we always ended up in an argument. I'm like, you know what? We can't text no more. Because somehow either one of us misinterprets something.
Yeah.
Well, I'm such a texter. I hate I don't mind talking to certain people on the phone, but certain people can't hold a conversation that keep me entertained on the phone. So I'd rather text you.
Damn.
Like,
she right. Some people are just not communicators.
They not communicators, and I'm a talker. And at the end of the day, if I'm only giving one side of this conversation,
you pouring into somebody that can't.
I'd rather text you.
You can kind of figure that out within the first minute on the phone.
And then them conversations go, but then we ain't even got text.
Fine, I'll just start calling. I'm gonna just start calling and dumping on you, Iyanna. I'm having a rough day. Look, this bitch right here got me fucked up. I need your opinion, nigga. Have you watched the new episode of Sister? Like, I'm just gonna call you. You know, I said bitch a lot on this show. I don't talk like that too often.
I have to call her like, bitch, meet me at the bar.
She ain't gonna say no.
I need to be a part of that conversation because I'm newly single. I'm trying to figure it out.
You come hang out with us.
Call True Star and Josh. Let me tell y'all what the fuck happened. Let me know about, because sometimes I need to see if I'm wrong. I have the friends that need to tell me if I'm fucked up. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I don't need nobody agreeing with everything the fuck I say.
Yeah, you don't need.
I need to call y'all and be like, tell me if I'm wrong. You know,
like that one situation where you was dead ass wrong, but you didn't want to believe it.
What was? Yeah, I remember
that situation with old dude.
Right.
Before we found out that he was married, but I wasn't. I was wrong at the time.
Like you was dead ass wrong in the moment.
But coming to find out, I really wasn't.
Well, look at God. Because you read energy. That's what it is.
So, Bobo. And Bobo.
Why you bringing up shit like that?
That's why I say
I would cut all this shit off.
That's why
because I love her.
That's why I say people come in lying.
They do.
Yeah. Which puts me. I hate being put in a situation I wasn't asked to be in. Because you could have told me in the beginning, you know. And if I choose to deal with you, I choose to deal with you. But you heard me say I don't do married men. So that
mean lie.
To lie.
That mean lie.
Don't lie to me.
That's specifically what that
means.
But
it's gonna be real bad when I find out the truth.
It is, but I'm saying that's what that means in the moment. Like at the end of the day, like when somebody's pursuing you or you pursuing them at the moment,
you should be pursuing me.
But this is my thing though. But this is my thing. If I'm going to do that and I am married, the first thing all I'm thinking about is I want to go after what I want. My intention is to get what I want. So I'm gonna do whatever it is I need to do to get what I want. And people like that, you gotta just watch out for. Them intentions gonna be pure, bro.
After effect, everybody, oh, you wrong.
All right, the whole time.
No.
You were wrong in that moment, fam.
I was wrong in that moment because I snapped when I found out about it. Because the fact is, don't play me.
First of all, don't be looking at me like I'm the one who did it. I am not that nigga.
Girl. You good. I cannot be your friend. Because I was like, you good. Because nobody can control how you react to something that they lied to you about in the first place. And I think that's where my toxicity come in at. Because I am very reactive sometimes.
Mel, you tell me true. That's why you one of my besties.
Listen, girl.
No, because you have a lot of yes people in your life.
Yeah. And that's why I said, you do need those people.
And I have a few guys. Like some of my guys, they just talk shit to me. I can't even take them serious. But I have a few guys that I can call and talk to, and they're like, "Man, nah, fam, you wrong."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
You take me serious.
I have my girls. I be like, "Please tell me," and they be like, "Nah, I did the same shit." Okay, then I wasn't wrong. Like yesterday, the shit that went down yesterday, and I'm gonna talk about this shit. The shit that I had because I felt bad, because
I don't know her, and I'm sick of her shit.
My sister.
There's always a story.
Yeah, I felt bad, and I had to call True Star and Josh and was like, "Was I wrong to not want somebody in my space?"
I don't think so. That's a boundary. that
Nah,
should be
because
set,
because the whole purpose of you
No.
being there was for somebody else. And if this other person changes your mood can change the
The
event.
whole event.
Exactly,
No.
and that's what I was saying. And I'm sitting here driving because my
Mhm.
other sibling was upset because her weekend got ruined, and I'm like, was I wrong? Like, am I wrong? Like, and I had to reinsure because I'm starting to second guess. Like,
Yeah.
maybe I was wrong. Maybe I should have just
hopefully
went.
they had a good time yesterday.
But let's ask yourself, would you have enjoyed yourself
You not
in that
You ain't
I
space?
put
miss shit.
myself in them type of situations.
It sounds like
You
you
have a
ain't miss
bad
shit.
time and then you got everybody. Why you over here by yourself?
Mhm.
What you
Oh,
looking
and
like
that's
that
what
for?
I
And
did
then
wrong.
it would, and then
it's
she
gonna
would have
go
got
on,
worse.
right.
And now here she is blowing up, and at the end of the
Yeah.
day, she's the villain of the event
Right.
when all she wanted to do was be left alone,
Right.
or this person not be here.
Just don't go.
Don't even do it.
Makes sense.
I'll holler at you.
So she didn't come.
You did the right thing.
Yeah, I would just went to my family house at that. And then at the end of the day, I'm still gonna celebrate her birthday, even though
On
she's
Monday.
probably
Happy
on Monday.
birthday.
You know, I'm taking her to
you.
dinner and giving her
Happy
gift. And if she's
birthday.
watching this, I love you, and I'm sad that you're
Happy
upset because she posted that she's upset. And I love you to death, and you know that. And I am very sad that you upset about the event. But Monday is me and your day. So
Punch him.
period.
Aw.
I just want to put that out there because she don't bother nobody.
I think
she
the
in
level,
between
but I think you
two-
need. I think you need I think you need more understanding
Yeah.
from the people that's in the behind the scenes, because that's not. It shouldn't. You shouldn't hold all of that responsibility for the whole thing. Like, it's two people in this situation. If she wants to be over dramatic and include the whole family and make it a big old blow up, or you know what I mean, put
Right.
people in the middle and have people paying the price because she's upset about something, she needs to figure out how she deal with her own emotions. That shouldn't be,
No.
because you did the grown up
That's
thing
the
and said.
narcissistic.
You did the grown up
That's
thing and said, no, it ain't
the
about me.
narcissist
I ain't gonna
of
go.
that situation.
Hell no.
That's why I'd rather not be around it.
But you did the grown up thing by
Yeah.
saying, I don't want to do that.
Exactly.
It's not about me. So I'm not going to
But
come.
that's part of the
Hell no.
toxicness of
Yeah.
being in family situations, and that's what I'm going through right
Yeah.
now with my family. I have no other issues with any other body but that's what I'm going through now
Yeah.
recently.
I wish that, I
And-
hope they all can come to terms with like her
And-
behavior being a problem. Though.
And then you got the
Well, it depends, because with those situations, has she always been babied like that though?
Yes.
And that she'll never change,
I was
and the
gonna say,
family's
It's-
never
it's
gonna see a problem with
condoned.
it.
It's condoned. It's okay. So when
Yeah.
she called everybody, like,
They
it was
immediately-
okay.
It was on her
For-
side.
it was okay for that to happen. And that's why I said
Yeah, that ain't
y'all
gonna
made it
change.
about her
That's
instead
bullshit.
of about the person that it was.
Right. I
supposed
got
to
a
be
best
about.
friend. I got a friend who's going through the same situation with his fiance's family.
Mhm.
Like, his fiance has a brother who is a spoiled grown ass man, even down to the point that the wife he has basically also continues to spoil him and allow his behaviors to be the way it is. A family situation escalated,
Mhm.
and instead of his fiance leaving the situation alone, she took her brother's side
Mhm.
and basically condoned his behavior to the
That's what
point
they
that
used to doing, so.
yeah, that's what they used to doing. So now when my friend was like, look, he's wrong, your mom's wrong, and you're wrong, she took the side of the wife, and now both of them are outcasts to the family. Like, how could you? How dare you? I'll never let you marry my daughter. Like, fam, at the end of the day, your son was 150% wrong. And I'll tell, like, I know the brother too. I'll tell the brother to his face constantly. I've done it. Like, bro, you need to respect your wife more, because ain't nobody else gonna put up with the shit you do to her. Like, real talk. But it's like, now he's like, bro, I'm gonna walk away from this whole relationship. 7 years of being with this woman, and he's about to walk all the way because he cannot take the way the family does what they do.
A family will take a toll on you, and that happened in a relationship. Like with my ex, it's one of his sisters. I can't stand that hoe.
Well, tell us how you really feel about
more
it.
tea, honey, to sip, because
But
I could go there all day with the family thing.
people keep trying to put me in the same room with this motherfucker. And she dates and she got kids. She with my brother. You know what I'm saying? So I barely talk to my little brother. Somebody I practically raised myself. You know, my baby brother. And because of her, it's a gap. Like nobody told me he was in the hospital. My dad had to call me. Nobody told me. So I had to text him, and all that other stuff and see was he okay, all that stuff. It's that situation. You know what I'm saying? That's a big part of why I don't mess with them people on that side. Right. You know what I'm saying? I love my brother to death. Yeah. And I hate to think that he think I don't because I don't talk to him. Right. No, it's the situation that you're in. If I don't want to be involved in that at all. If he never comes out of it, though, like how do you? If he never comes out of it, how could y'all move forward? He's my baby. Would it communicate? He's gonna always be my baby. Yeah. That because you gotta understand that nigga was tied to my hip as a child. Yeah. That's my baby, and I love him to death. But at the end of the day, your situation that you're in, I can't be a part of. He's suffering from it. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing with that. Yeah. Because she will never change. She's still the same person. Oh shit. Oh, so you saying the situation, him being in a relationship with her? Yes. Okay. By him even being in that is a gap between y'all us two. Yeah. Because I don't want to be involved in that. That's sad. And I told him when I texted him when he was in the hospital the other day. Yeah. I love you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna love you regardless. You know what I'm saying? Life's too short, man. But it's so crazy, man. I just can't. It be like attitudes and behavior. I understand. I can't with it. I get that. It'll bring me back to a person that I don't want to be. Yeah. And I'm growing, and I just can't go back into that. It's still messy and bullshitty, and all. I don't do that. No. Time probably would be the best for that. Yeah, huh? No, I do miss my time. The time definitely probably be the best healer for that. Yeah, I know. He ain't told me. He brought up his mama. He definitely had to. Yeah. So, but this has been a great episode. It's so much to talk about. You know what I'm saying? It's still much to talk about. Your show is gonna be great.
I can't say too much because I'll get in trouble.
You gonna get in trouble?
Come on my show and I'm just bushing. Who's gonna check me?
Who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna check me, boo? Period. She by who? Trees.
No, you said yours Tuesday 5 to 6.
Yeah, Tuesday 5 to 6.
Like,
yeah. And she gonna be here.
What?
Wait. Hold.
What is the pause for?
Wait. Hold on. Wait a fucking minute.
Wait it.
Where's the other podcast that was around that time?
That's still there. That's why you not back at. That's why she stops at 6.
Because theirs start at 6.
Oh, okay.
Or supposed to.
If I was you, I'd run over.
Don't be that.
Toxic.
Don't be that person.
Toxic.
We don't stoop to their levels.
Shit. They the reasons why I'm on Saturdays. Shit. Oh, okay. But anyway.
No, you gonna kill them is the reasons why you on Saturday.
Girl, they was pissing me off so serious, but we ain't even gonna go into that. That's toxic. See, toxic in the workplace. Okay. Toxic in the workplace.
I'm sick of your mess, man. You gotta go.
But I enjoyed you.
Thank you. I appreciate you for having me.
I would love to be a guest one day. Oh yes. Yeah. So your first show, I think we're gonna come sit in and see how it go.
I like how y'all just invited yourselves.
No, we did.
Trees definitely said it already. Yeah. I'm like, okay, that's fine.
We're not gonna come in and sit at the desk, but I do want to listen to the show. Okay. Or if I do have a comment, I do want to say something.
Or you could just watch it on the live and be in the chat.
Like everybody else. We gonna come here?
No.
Just saying.
He is vetted us.
That's the thing. I be commenting on people's podcasts and they never respond back. I think that's very rude.
Do you respond from my page or on their actual page?
Yours.
Sometimes if I don't pay attention, I don't take the
well, you need to start paying attention because I feel very disrespected. just popped in
Okay,
my
when you
head.
reply to the comments, do you mean like them replying live talking to you, or do you?
Yeah.
mean
But
like,
sometimes because it airs from different pages, we don't on his page you don't see some of the comments. On her page, you don't see some of the comments on my page.
Yeah,
It depends
I
on
don't
who
like that.
commented because you're probably not friends with them.
Mm.
So you probably don't see a lot of the comments.
Or I wasn't in the room to make the comments
Well,
pop
you
up.
need to pay attention, sir,
Or I wasn't in the room to make the comments pop up.
You
because
just
I
need
be
to
having stuff to say.
go
Thank you.
go to their actual page and say it there.
I'm not friends with them with people that you do podcasts with. I'm not
Text
friends
me
with
and
them.
ask me, hey man, what show on TV right now?
No, because I get a notification every time you go live doing a podcast.
Thank you for following and being a friend.
Yeah.
Make sure you subscribe and like.
What time is it?
I thought
Time
I
for you to go
did.
home.
Yeah, we gotta get ready to get up out of here because the next show coming in, or is they
Hey.
coming in?
They-
No,
they-
Ruffle.
So why you kicking us off?
Ruffle first has a. Maybe I want to go see the pop up shop. You know what? I was gonna go see that grand opening.
You
But
wanna
now-
go? Y'all wanna go?
I mean, it might be over now.
I
I
gotta
got
go to
somewhere
a
to
house
be.
party, and then I want.
They still do
My
those?
party ain't till 10 o'clock.
I want to say about this gay event. Too.
You just don't want to be alone.
What's wrong with that?
That's her. She the one who being sad.
I'm not
My
sad.
party's not till 10 o'clock.
You see how people don't
I'm
let
finna
you
go
grow?
home and shower
Didn't we
and get
just talk
ready.
about- Didn't we just talk about that toxic
I'm finna go eat.
Let her grow.
Ooh, where
Let
we
me go
going?
eat.
Where we going?
Let me talk.
Home. I got some tacos at home.
I don't want your
Look.
tacos.
Get up, Doc.
So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for attending
Thank
my
you.
show.
Thank
And
you for
this
having me.
introduce your so again,
I don't never
the
get no
title
thank
of your
yous.
show
The
is
title of the podcast is Toxic Recovery.
on Tuesdays from 5 to 6 Central Standard Time. So y'all tune in. I will be sharing. So you can watch my page too. You know, also share to the groups like I Hold Milwaukee and all that stuff.
Okay.
That helps out. Go on TikTok, girl. I got a lot of new followers from TikTok.
Okay, I gotta figure that
She
out.
in love with TikTok.
I love TikTok.
I'll be on
And
there
that's
every
why,
day.
my
I'll be on there every day.
boyfriend, I swear to God, if I get a man, he's gonna have to stand there and let me do TikToks on him.
TikTok's on him.
Yeah.
Like, what's it? Is there a wild section of TikTok or something? Like, hold on now. Me and Tracy went to the
She
same
excited.
place.
I can't wait to get my perfect nigga. I'm gonna get a watch.
First of all, you know what? Thank you for tuning into this week episode of Talking Shit.
We're gonna
If-
continue this.
If ain't nobody else said they loved you, apparently Kiana do. So,
Look, if nobody thank y'all for tuning in, you ain't gonna close my show for me.
cause you wouldn't get
I
that.
will.
Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Talking Street with Kiana J. We will not be here next week. I am attending a video shoot, and the producer will be out of town.
Out the country.
So I will not be here on the 12th, but we will resume on the 19th with the topic of internet.
Flings,
No, you know,
dating.
internet shit on the internet where you use your fingers to hide behind what you
Twitter
need.
fingers.
The Twitter fingers.
Thumb thugging.
Thumb
Thumb thugging.
thugging. That's what it's called. Thumb
Man,
thugging.
you just called it. That's funny.
We're talking about that on the 19th. So my guest will be my cousin. So y'all tune in. Thank y'all for tuning in. If nobody told you today, I'm gonna tell you I love you.
Bruh, why your voice go so like, dog, can we going home? Bye, people.
Bye.